Hi everyone, it's Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com, and it's Thursday, October 6, 2011. Here's your free college football pick. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to give a college football pick for a game coming up this weekend. And, of course, we have free picks and write-ups on all of today's games at SportsChatPlace.com. Mark has the MTSU WKU game. Tyrone's got the Oregon Cal game. And a few people have the baseball picks covered. I got picks on all these games, too. I'm going to throw them all in SportsChatPlace.com Premium Edition. Of course, it's SportsChatPlace.com Premium Edition. It's my best bets, our staff's best bets, and picks from some of the top handicappers in the world today. I'd rather cover a bunch of these college football games during the league. Everyone knows college football is my favorite sport. I know we cover all different sports, and I like all different sports. Of course, it's SportsChatPlace.com. But, college football is my favorite. I'm not going to hide it, and I'm not going to, pretend that, anything else is. And no reason to, because college football is a great game, isn't it? But, of course, this weekend on Sunday is the Chicago Marathon. And like I've stated, if the world record is broken in the Chicago Marathon, and there's a pretty good chance that it will be, I'm going to open up the premium area for free for as long as it took the winner to run that Chicago Marathon. So if it's 2 hours, then the premium area will be open for 2 hours. If it's under 2 hours, it's going to be under 2 hours. We all know that the winning marathons and the world record is 2:04 and change. So it's going to be, if it is broken, it's going to be around 2 hours that will be open for free. The way it's going to be open for free is I'm going to put a temporary password out there, a username and a password that people will be able to use to access the premium area. So, look for that. It'll be in the main slider. I'll also post it in the forum, and that'll happen immediately following the race. As soon as the finisher crosses the line, if it is a world record, those will go up and the timer will go up. If there's a chat going on at that time or anything of that nature, well then all the people that have come in for the free couple hours, they'll all be welcome to the chat as well. You can ask me about any game out there. But in any event, speaking of any game out there, let's get to this free video pick. In this one, the Alabama Crimson Tide hosting the Vanderbilt Commodores. Those of you that haven't noticed or you don't know, haven't been to SportsChatPlace.com that long, we kind of break out the college football because it's such a big game, in college basketball, the ones where there's just so many teams. We break it out into conferences, and each of us take a different conference. I've been doing the SEC ever since we started with the old college football place. We had college basketball place. I've always covered SEC in football and in basketball, and so this one falls right into my wheelhouse, and it's going to be it's a pretty interesting game actually, because Alabama, this is a team most people think at this point they beat LSU. They're going to be playing, in at least the SEC title game, probably the national championship game. Definitely, I would say they definitely have a chance, but as any SEC fan knows, as any college football fan knows, every week is a big game in the SEC. Every opponent can play. Every player in the SEC can play college football. So there is no gimmies, there is no layups, and especially, Alabama, they got Auburn on the schedule. Believe me, Auburn's not going to roll over for Bama this year either. The other side of this one, Vanderbilt Commodores, they started the season pretty impressively. They've only lost one game, and that game was at South Carolina. They lost 21-3. In a game that they played, they were very, very much in the game. The three scores that South Carolina scored were all on big plays. There was no sustained drives where they just drove it down Vandy's throat and put it in the end zone. Marcus Lattimore broke a couple runs, and they were backbreakers. It was right before the half in a tight game, and Lattimore breaks off a big run for a touchdown. The problem with Vandy is, though, they just don't have any offense whatsoever. Larry Smith is just not even serviceable at quarterback. He has a ton of experience and really no excuses. Warren Norman has not played this year for Vandy at running back, and he is their best player, even on both sides of the ball, as good as their ball-hawking pass defense is at Vandy. I think the Vandy defense keeps this one fairly close. I think it's a little closer than what people think. The line on this thing is 28.5 points. That's 4 touchdowns. I think Alabama probably scores 4 touchdowns in this thing. Vandy, I don't know if they get on the board at all. I think it's going to be pretty close to this number. I think, possibly a 35-7 type game like we saw with LSU and Kentucky last week that I liked Kentucky getting the boatload of points. I like Vandy getting the boatload of points here. I think Alabama dominates the game. I think the Vandy offense struggles again against that Alabama defense, which really, I mean, what can you really say about how great this Alabama defense is? But I think the Vandy defense maybe comes up with a play here and there. Maybe they get a couple field goals on the board and cover this big number, because I think their defense, I don't see Alabama creating these gigantic big plays on them. I think Trent Richardson's outstanding. Marcus Mays, the next Julio Jones. I don't know, but I know he's great in the returning game too. But this Vandy defense comes up with plays. They come up with these interceptions. They run back these interceptions. They've played extremely well. I do not see them getting run over by the Tide in this one. I'm going to take the 28.5 points. It's a lean. This is a free pick, but I'm going to take the 28.5 with Vandy, and I think the Tide win this one. I can't wait for that Tide LSU game, and of course, Alabama, Auburn, Iron Bowl. Hey, who am I kidding? I can't wait for any college football Saturday. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.